Today I'll be replacing the AC fan, this one right here, on a 2005 BMW X5. It's got a 3-liter engine. I don't think the engine size matters. Also, I bought this car exactly 2.5 years ago. So 30 months, I guess. Exactly 2.5 years ago, and this car have been driven for almost exactly 4,500 miles. So it gets barely any miles put on it. It sits around most of the time, and it gets driven locally. My father drives it. Doesn't go anywhere, so you can see from the miles. So every chance I get, I charge the battery, and to keep the battery running, that works well for me. So if you hear background noise, that's going to be this charger. I got it unplugged right now so you can hear me, but that's what it's going to be. So the way we take this off, I haven't done this before, but from what I understand, we have to remove the bumper because this goes inside of that cover on both sides, and it shouldn't be too hard. It should be just these 10 millimeters here, there, inside of this, inside of that. There should be 2 here and there, as well as here and there. After that, have to remove these ones from the inner fender on both sides and from underneath. Once that happens, it should just pull right out. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but there should be some connector for the fog light, maybe something for the headlight washer, but let's dig into it, see what I can do. I forgot about the ones behind the cover next to the fog lights. I forgot to remove those, so I was struggling to pull it out. Then I realized what it was. So there's 2 more than what I just mentioned. I removed the bumper, released the fog light connectors. I think these are H11s. This connects on the, pushes on 2 sides and disconnects. And on the right side of the vehicle, right headlight, same thing, remove the fog light, but this one has a headlight washer, which all the plumbing goes behind the bumper. This model doesn't have a what do you call, park sense, so I think the washer just, that clip comes off, then it should just pull right out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna need 2 hands, so I'll pause for now. The good news is, yes, it does come off with removing this clip. The bad news is water starts spitting out. I thought that motor would have a washer or a way for it not to spit out that quickly, but it just drains right out. So for now, I put a little bit of a paper towel. I'm going to do a little bit better job, maybe tape or something, but just be ready for that. Water will start gushing out. I closed it out with some electrical tape. It's a temporary solution. I'm just going to work on this fan. From what I hear, I can remove this cover and I think this cover on both sides. Then the fan should come right off, or there should be some more bolts in there. I'll find out when I take these covers off. Looks like there were 4 clips here and inside there. Again here and inside there. So I'm using this clip remover to work it out. It's easier with two hands, but there, comes right off. It's right there, I'll get it. But those are the clips. So those upper plastic pieces connected to the lower ones, and this comes off, the slides right out from both sides. Once again, I'm victim of having one hand, but anyway, I removed this side, so all of this comes right off. So I'll do the same on this side. You don't need to remove it completely, but I did. I'm talking about these two covers to show where the fasteners are. Looks like there's only two, one here and one here. After that, the whole assembly should slide down and come out. But first, I gotta disconnect this electrical connector, and I think that's it. There's a two button on two sides, and it comes right off. All right, I'm about to find out how it comes off. I removed those two, but it doesn't pull right out because I just remember I have to remove this cover to get the space for it to pull out. So I've been struggling a little bit for about last 5 minutes to get the fan out, and I think this is the best way. I don't want to remove the actual bumper. Looks like it's relatively easy, but I still don't want to mess with it. So I'm just sliding it out through the bottom, and I think this is the right way to remove it too. I don't actually know, but it wouldn't come out through the top because of these. So I could have taken those out or these out, but I'm just gonna muscle my way through here. It's not very tight, but it is kind of tight. Let's see how it turns out. It did come out through the bottom, and it was a tight fit. I'm thinking it may be the same way the new one's gonna go in. Hopefully I don't break the new one. But be careful about this. This one right here, this one does stick out, so you gotta go around the whole thing. I bent a little bit of this. I'll straighten it back out, but that should be it. That's the new one. This is the old one. To me, it looks like the new one's a lot better. I already connected it and tested it works, so now time to install it. So it went in from the bottom. I just had to be very careful, and I had to use the pry bar to push in the radiator a little bit, just so I can make a little bit extra room. Don't forget to transfer this little rubber piece. I forgot, so I had to remove it again and reinstall it. But from this point forward, it should be relatively easy. The fan is in. I put those two bolts in there, put the cover, original cover on there. The new one of the tabs broke, bad plastic, and I made the electrical connection, and I'm gonna install the bumper after dinner. I'm tired. I already know how the rest of it goes in, so that should be easy. I had my dinner. Now time for me to put the fascia back on. I'm hoping it would be uneventful. Just installed these plastic covers on the sides, and I just realized it would have been easier without this thing on, but I still got them on there. It wasn't that hard. Install this bottom piece. Now for the big piece to go on. While I have this taken apart, I'm going to replace that O-ring that goes right here with a new one, because it doesn't create very good seal, and it's going to be, well, no effort replacing it right now. I'm done putting it back together. I'm not going to state the obvious. Actually, I guess I will. It would be easier if there was another person to hold the other side, but it wasn't absolutely necessary. I put it back together by myself. It wasn't that hard. Overall, I want to call it success. Time for me to test the fan. I have the AC on, and I didn't hear the fan running, so I got concerned. So I felt it. I feel the air. The fan is just very quiet, and you can't see the blade in there because the fan is actually working. I'm surprised how quiet the fan is. All this time I was standing right next to it, and I couldn't hear the fan running. I guess it's a success.